Hi, I'm Melissa Sweet. What I love to do that really inspires me in my design work is to go for a walk in the jungle. I love to watch blossoms as they first start to open, to see how vines wrap around trees and dewdrops glisten. You can't even imagine how reminiscent of bridal gown dressing it is just to go for a nature walk. The first thing a bride needs to know is what is her budget, and then to allocate it according to what's most important to her. It's really purse strings and heartstrings, and wherever your heartstrings are, that's where you want to allocate the largest portion of your budget. So in my case with bridal gowns, I am helping girls to see how they can get trends that are hot, that they're really into right now, at a better price. So for my line at David's Bridal, there's a lot of great options. Some of the trends that we're seeing right now are blush and champagne tones for their gowns, vintage detailing, high-low hemlines are super hot right now, and alternative necklines are really important. I pulled some dresses from David's Bridal actually behind me here. This first dress is from my collection, Melissa Sweet, and it's showing you this beautiful, perfectly balanced, I think it's perfect, blush tone that looks good on so many skin types because not every bride feels that she's her most flattered in white or ivory. This dress also is showing off some of those vintage details with the corded lace peeking out from behind a tulle overlay. Girls are loving, stylistically right now, this idea of bringing fabulous details from bygone eras into the present and totally restyling in a new and modern way. Now, speaking of the past, the high-low hemline is back again from the 60s, then the 80s. Now we're seeing it redone, but in this beautiful, graceful way. So it translates perfectly into bridal dressing. This dress by Galena Signature shows that perfect place where the hem hits in the front and drapes down to the back to reveal a perfect shoe. So much fun to get to shop for shoes when you're wearing this kind of dress because it brings a whole new personality to the overall look. Now another trend super important this year is the alternative neckline. Now while strapless remains a mainstay in bridal dressing, it is such a fun option to have a flutter sleeve, a little strap just gracing the shoulder. And brides who might want a little more coverage have a lot of options this year. Also, it opens up the possibilities with the accessories that you can do and how you wear your hair. Lots of fun with necklaces and jewelry on your ears, in your veil, you know, lots of ways to play with that. Now, other things with the accessories, you've got the kicky shoe that you want to show under that high-low hemline, but you also have to remember that you're going to want some tissue and a little lip gloss to be by your side on this day. So you'll want something lovely, a little pearled clutch or a little beaded bag to keep those things tucked away and still be part of your overall look. So that's a great way to start to personalize, is with accessories. I love a beautifully planned event. There's nothing more satisfying than to feel that relaxation and awe when everything is going beautifully and looks so good. For me, it's really important not to get caught up in the idea of everything matching, right? So just because your flowers are pink doesn't mean you need to have pink bridesmaids. Open it up. Think of your wedding as a work of art. It's like living art. So you can bring in tones that flow together. You can bring in shadows and light in all the different ways that you look into the aesthetics of your event. So it's flowers, but it's also bridal gown and bridesmaids dresses. It's also the lighting in the room. It's also even colored glass on the table. All of these things really make up that perfect artistic pop for your day. So when I had the opportunity to come back into the bridal world, it was both with David's Bridal to do this line for their more than 300 stores, and also to relaunch my custom collection called Sacred. And as I was thinking to come off of sabbatical after having lived in Costa Rica with my husband and children for the last 5 years, I thought, should I do this? Is this really the next step for me? You know, I had pulled out of my design career. And then this vision was just sort of given to me in my imagination space to start this organization called Vida Autentica that teaches people how to grow their own nutrient-rich organic food in their own homes, in their yards, and to give them this life-sustaining self-empowerment and to really see how that could change people's lives on a daily basis. And so the idea just synthesized to go back into business and to give all of the profits from my custom line, Melissa Street Sacred, to Vida Autentica to fund its efforts and to help it grow. Such a fun time this time of year with all of these brides out there shopping and all of these pieces I pulled from David's Bridal. I encourage brides, go into stores, try on, put on lots of different looks, and find what really is the most flattering and you feel the most beautiful in. That's really all that's important.